Okay, I've never played Castle in the Darkness before. I don't even know what kind of game it is. It looks like it's kind of a cool old school style. I'm not getting any audio from the game. Let me see if I can fix that. It's better. Maybe I'll put this down a little bit. Cool. Secrets. What's in here? Intro cutscenes and stuff. Okay. Let's do it. Kingdom of Alexandria. This game's doing a really good job of nailing the old school style. King Elmore II grew ill. Worried about her father, Princess Isabella had the royal guard ready to protect the castle. The guards, not expecting anything more than a common illness, took their positions. When suddenly, armies of monsters attacked the castle. The royal guard tried to fight, but they were all defeated by the monsters. The soundtrack's pretty sweet so far. All but one. So I'm a rando schmuck. Hey, thanks for the follow, LA Makers. Any chance you're associated with the Los Alamos Makers Club? Soundtrack's sweet. Controls are pretty tight. Okay, jump and attack. I think that's all I can do. Kind of going for that NES style. It's a townsperson that gave me money for saving them. No problem. My pleasure. You can go in houses. City's been overrun by monsters. I like that the dialogue just pops up as soon as I pop in front of them, instead of having to like press to talk. It helps with the pacing in a game like this. Possible to climb some roofs. Like this roof, is that what they're talking about? Maybe not this one. Very NES. I think what she's trying to tell me that because there was another area that I obviously couldn't reach, right? Yeah, money. Cute. Whoa, you die fast in this game. Here lies the main character, died 1 time. Oh boy. Maybe I'll get more defense in the future. Oh, and it starts you all the way back. It is hardcore death penalty. Right on. Yeah, it's like very smooth NES. NES games can feel really slow sometimes. Kind of reminds me of Ghouls and Ghosts, like Volgar the Viking. They only need a 6-digit death counter. I guess we'll find out, right? Kind of reminds me of a Battle Kit as well. Breakable rock. Saving. Okay, I was about to say. Some enemy bullets can be hit back at them, don't forget. Now when I save, that crystal got cracked. So it might be that I'm limited in the number of times I can do that. What do I know? It tells me sometimes I can fall without dying. Whoa. That's why they just told me about hitting shots back at him, right? Cute. Boss meter. I really like how tight the controls feel in this. That was the big thing that was making a lot of older NES games not so great. I guess I can technically use this frame, huh? Yeah, looks like that's right. Boss heart HP up. Sweet. That's not too bad. Okay, it didn't actually get cracked. I just thought it did. Hold jump when landing on breaking blocks to bounce higher. Ah, cute. I do dig this game so far. Seems well designed. I like the UI too. Hey, welcome back, Nodovan. How you doing? That's the bridge that I fell down before. You've got your Castlevania bone throwing enemy. I'm a knight trying to save a princess. It's very NES inspired. Yo, what's up? Some crack blocks can only be broken while holding the Ares Gauntlet. Ah, so it might have some Metroidvania elements too. Like these ones. Yeah, let's not... I think this game... I feel like that's part of the necessary gaming vocabulary, right? Like, you have to recognize that if you see a chicken, you probably shouldn't spam attack on it. People can just make video games assuming that you know that. I did not mean to do that. Maybe something special will happen. Yeah, he's a knight with a little helmet with a feather on it. I like all the different room numbers, it's cool. I wasted some coins, now I know the mechanic at least. Another save point. Some bosses have a weak spot like their eyes or heads. Maybe I'll get a higher jump or a double jump later. You thought that the blue was just hair though, right? What you were saying. So I can't bounce. Yo, I have to buy a wrong sword for 100. I would very soon. I need some more money first though. Farm and coin. There we go. Yes, please. Don't forget to equip it at a save point. Wrong. Oh, that's cool. I like the Final Fantasy style. The world's worst sword. Still an improvement, right or wrong. Guard. Items, nothing. Relics, nothing. Cool. It's a slightly larger hitbox, it looks like. Just got attacked by a freaking sparrow. I wonder how you can know whether a roof is jumpable. Whoa. So only his head is vulnerable. Nice. I got the key. Museum. Hey, it's the portrait from Ghostbusters 2. There's our Ares Gauntlet, and now we can break certain walls, so I can go back and backtrack. Vigo! Oh good, he got shrunk. We're hitting him dead. I'm gonna play it safe here. Don't forget to equip it at a save point. Got it. Huh. I wonder why you would stay at an inn given that you get a full heal for free. Interesting. For saving. Maybe it triggers plot events later. Sweet. Now there's more up there. Ah, they trick you. I think there's only one secret. In fact, there are several. I like secrets like that. Alright. Oh shit, I forgot that guy was there. Excuse me. Excuse me. Thank you. Parts of this are very Castlevania-y, like those skeletons that throw. Do not enter sewer pipes. Wow, yeah, that's actually the Mario sprite. Alright, I didn't believe it. I don't know why I didn't trust the sign. Like, that is a legit grayscale Mario pipe there. Like, they didn't even kind of change it. There's kind of a joke there, too. It's like, why are we just okay with Mario entering all these sewer pipes? Just because he claims to be a plumber. The death counter is pretty funny. Whoa, Bubble Bobble! Oh, it actually is Bubble Bobble. That's funny. Cool, so there's some old school game stuff in this. Oops. Flappy Bird pipe. God. Yo. Oh god, it's the clock tower from Castlevania. Ugh. Oh no, and there's Medusa heads. Rude. Okay, alright. I didn't know that this game had cool retro game references like that. That's kind of neat. Let me go explore the other direction. We can do the clock tower in a second. Bobo's Big Adventure? What kind of game is it? I haven't heard of it before. I think one of my favorite things about this game is just how fast it is. Like, you can transition between screens really easily. All the text pop-ups are instant. You talk to an NPC. It respects your time. I feel like games are getting worse and worse about that overall. Maybe we're on an upswing and it's getting better now, but... hesitate to group it into a genre. Womp womp. I'm gonna find a way to get through this screen without dying. Let's try it again. I guess I can just jump over the enemies. Yeah, that's much better. Love it, the NES. Oh, cool. Like the Michael Fantasy videos. If you've never watched those, just Google it. They're mandatory viewing. This like Japanese flash animator made this insane series of videos featuring Michael Jackson's sprite from the Moonwalker game, where he like interacts with every Famicom game to like really bitchin' prog metal remixes of Uematsu Final Fantasy songs. They're very, very well done. Wait till the bird gets here. They have a story, it's kind of hard to piece together what the hell's going on. But watch them a couple times. Locked by museum. Interesting. Okay. At least I know it's a dead end over this way. Keep going through the other zone. This just got me the glove when I saw the Ghostbusters 2 sign. Don't go in the sewer pipe, they weren't kidding. It's easier to do when I come from the other direction. Alright. Castlevania, let's do it. No stress. Medusa heads and all. Part of the trick is you want to spawn the Medusa head somewhere that's not a pain in the ass. And then start clearing the stage. Locked by clock. Okay. Well, now I know. Yo, what's up, dude? You can push crates by hitting them with your sword. Try it. Cute. Break a wall over here. Got any wall meat? Yeah, that's nice. What was the first Castlevania game where Medusa heads turn you to stone? Made me move faster than I thought it was going to. Was that Symphony of the Night? Oh, maybe it happened in Rondo of Blood, now that I think about it. Most of, if you think it was in Symphony of the Night first, it was probably actually in Rondo of Blood first. Thanks, Jahan. Jahan with the hot take, the Andrea tips. Did they even bother with having a little loading screen there? Can't climb. I can't jump higher yet, so maybe I'll be able to get up there later. Boss fights in this game are really good too. Nice. Hey, it's a bomb! It's actually meant to be a bomb. That's cool. Games like this are really neat. Like, you could probably enjoy them just fine without having played the entire genre. Guy with a whip, that's cool. Without having played the entire genre, but you get something extra if you have, you know? Whereas I'm trying to think of a movie that's, like, supposed to be for movie buffs that's enjoyable by a mass market. I guess maybe Quentin Tarantino does a lot of stuff like that. Oh, this motherfucker. Son of a bitch. I hate that guy. He's in Battle Kit too. Battle Kit has a lot of, oh, this is basically this enemy from this game. It's a little bit less on the nose than this one. Shoot. Bloodlines, really? Yeah. Ghouls and Ghosts, man. And just blow up, as in Final Fantasy. Don't stress too hard about it. Like Arrival's like a really well-made movie, but you could enjoy it without realizing how efficiently shot it is and noticing all of the cinematography and stuff. But I guess Arrival doesn't really have, like, it's not packed with references to other works. I feel like this game is. Some Tarantino movies definitely are. If we play Ghouls and Ghosts on stream, I think I'm gonna have to save state cheat. Like, not all the way cheat. I think whenever we get to any really hard old school NES games where most of the difficulty is bound by the lack of continues, we would just use the save state as infinite continue, that's all. So we wouldn't use it to, like, get past a hard section, but we would load when we die instead of going back to the beginning of the game. I think that's what we did with Castlevania 3. Some paintings can hint at secrets. Yeah. Ghouls and Ghosts is so hard as to be almost impossible. Okay, let's maybe not brute force that guy. You unlocked Prologue in the Secrets menu. Well, the problem that I see that makes Ghouls and Ghosts so hard is the way that, hold on, let me kill this boss. It's the Gradius problem, where as long as you never get hit, the game's actually not too hard because you get progressive upgrades that are pretty easy to stay on top of. But as soon as you make an early game mistake, like if you load from a save point and normally you could have been at that save point with full resources, it would have been a lot easier if you could have been there with full resources, you know? Radius space shooters are like that, Ghouls and Ghosts is like that. I've only really played the Super Nintendo one at length. I kind of assumed they were very similar. Is there much difference between them? 1 second. Excuse me, I had to sneeze. Excuse me. The respreaded contrabass. There's a couple re-sprited things in this game so far. Lucky that most of these devs don't care enough. Clock tower, take this key, I no longer need it. Thanks, dude, I know where to take that. Can't move the blocks if they're already in place. Mm-hmm. Thought so. Let me try going left, actually. Yo, there used to be a mine east of here, but the lizardmen took it over. I need to get a better jumping skill to get to that giant chest. This motherfucker. I feel like there's a lot of elemental enemy mechanics in video games, especially in like 2D side-scrollers. Like most enemies and their attacks reduce to a certain number of very simple patterns, right? Like the enemy that throws a weapon in an arc above it, the enemy that shoots a projectile straight forward. I can't get in there. That would be a cool book to try to write, like try to catalog the primary colors of enemy design in video games. Probably opens the door that was just blocking me. Or like the rudiments, we'd call it. Enemy design rudiments. Hopping enemies that you have to run underneath. Enemies that fire ricocheting shots. I am the 100-year-old man. Awesome. Good job, dude. Way to be 100. A slow-walking intro enemy that's a minimal threat. 4 points of this can be used to travel, but I don't know how. You must have to unlock several of them. Chi-Chi, 100-year-old man, you're doing it. Hey. Dangerous to go alone. Take this. Thanks. Oh, I didn't know I could actually attack him. Whoops. Oops. Well, he's murdered forever now. Ha! This is just... This is a slightly palette swap. I feel a lot better about my D&D game that uses a bunch of ripped-off, recolored sprites if a video game can get released and sell for money and have stuff that's like straight out of Simon's Quest. Excuse me, thank you. There we go. Really need another save point. Yo, I'm waiting for my daughter Sophia. I'm worried about her. Alright, save point hype. I'm excited for this game to get harder, too. Given how quickly you die, I could see it getting pretty hard. Speaking of ghouls and ghosts and goblins. Ah, he drops into a little naked guy after you break his armor. It's funny. Seems like a cool little love letter to NES side-scrollers. I am the great mage Marcel. When I'm going to the old castle, you'll need the power of magic. Please accept this gift. There's a whole jump button to skip, so it must be built for speedrunning. I like the Final Fantasy fireball, like black magic icon there. That's cool. Whoa, that's pretty sweet. The UI is very Final Fantasy too. It is a little indulgent, yeah. Whoa! Maybe there's like elements to boss design too. Shit. The charge is slightly slower than I expect it to be. Womp womp. It manages to avoid winking a little bit, though. I appreciate. Like, it could be kind of bad about like winking at you constantly. It's like, get it, get it. It's Castlevania. Do you get it? It's called Smashel Shmania. Shmiraga. But I think it feels like kind of corny to someone that gets all the references and has played all the games, but I feel like if you had never played any of these old games, that it would just be a cool little side-scroller. Son of a bitch. I walked right into that. The fireball takes about a second longer to charge than I expected to. Yeah, me too. I'm enjoying it very much. I've seen some games like Odalis was a very serious, not at all corny game that did little things like had a boss that was just Chill Penguin. Like his mechanics were exactly the same as Chill Penguin. Looked nothing like Chill Penguin, looked like a gross monster thing. But it was quite a bit less on the nose than this one. Avoid the spikes. Thanks, Yahan. Shit. I meant to drop down there. Oh, I walked into his sword. I had him there too, so I had to wait a little bit longer. Boss theme is quite good. Yeah, I like the choice to use more modern percussion elements with a chiptune soundtrack. Since that's the worst thing about chiptune, a lot of the time the percussion sounds bad. It's just like a noise channel, a static channel. Ah, I can't. I'm gonna John's that one, I couldn't move the controller. Come on, dude. Oh, I see. After I fire, when I land, I get rooted very briefly. I gotta be careful about that. Wait to fire until after each of these little attacks here, just to be as safe as possible. One more. Sweet, first try. Yeah, I really like it so far as well. Swords are dangerous too. Empty. Rude. The little footsteps thing here sounds very much like Castlevania 3. Agros Forest. Mario 3. That kind of looks like warts. Kiss the princess and turn her into a wart. It's funny. The spider there is very much like Castlevania. Oh, this is Castlevania to a T. Actually, that enemy is in Castlevania and Mega Man, right? Can't damage the werewolf until after it's in the bitch. I wonder if I can just get past them before they transform. There we go. Yo. I think I can get down there. They explode. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's intentional, but definitely let me cheese that fight quite a bit. I gotta kill those guys with fireballs, okay. Those guys break into little grubs? I don't know if I can actually kill that guy, probably not. Hey, listen! She is not an ally. That's funny. This is a Mega Man monster, right? The enemy that moves at a certain speed except when you're standing on the same platform as it, and then it moves faster. Hey, listen. Yo. I like that the boss fights just kind of happen too. Oh, this is a familiar boss too. It wasn't a harpy in whatever game it was originally in, but flies, lands, shoots, Dracula projectile. Kirby has those too. Oh, silver coins. I didn't even know those were a thing. Right on. Don't jump during the thing, you're losing precious resources, dude. Some people's protagonists, man. It's a pretty sweet baseline in this level. More Simon's Quest entrances. House of Ruth. I'm gonna be able to kill him. Doki Doki Panic. Womp womp. Excuse me. Gosh. Hey, nice. Gotta watch out for that spike up there. Well, that spike too. I guess we have to jump over and just keep moving. Yeah, I might not be meant to be here this early because these enemies are hitting really hard. I'll try to explore over to the right a little bit and see what I can get. I'm also not doing very much damage to them. What did that do, I wonder? Little painting on the wall there. Alright, let's try going the other way until we get some upgrades. They're immune to magic. Help me. I'm Sophia. I'll go home now. That's right. We found her dad earlier. Go backtrack and talk to him later. Maybe he'll give me a reward. This is that Mega Man problem where it's like you should always be charging, so the charge sound effect is always playing. Like that the fire persists long enough to kill the little grubs that get left behind. Shoot, I was too close to that enemy. Oh boy. Nice. I think I just moved in a circle, didn't I? That's okay. I wanted to backtrack and talk to the guy's dad. Not easy stuff at the beginning, nor is everything mandatory. You can choose and explore whether to do some things. Yeah, that's nice. It's the Celeste Mario Odyssey approach to difficulty, right? Base game's not too bad. I mean, the benefits of always charging are too high to not be holding the button. The game will slow down pretty significantly if you're not ready to like one-shot these guys or take out the red skeletons that blow up and damage you if you melee them. You also technically don't need to hold the run. Oh, wow. I got wrecked by that sparrow. You technically don't have to hold the run button in Mario, but you would be silly not to. Twice sparrow wrecked. Video games. Overkill the sparrow. There we go. It's because they're not knocking me back at all. I want to get over this guy quickly. Marstead fainted. No kidding. She wasn't too. This NPC wasn't very far back, I don't think. I bet there was a warp statue not far from where I left off. Ghouls and ghosts guy. Much easier with the fireball. Damage boosting is not terribly effective in this game, but just because you have such little health. You can't avoid enemies, it's true. It's Dark Souls. Yeah. Yo, dude. I want to be an adventurer someday. Please take the item in the chest. Hey, you won't slip on ice. Well, the cleat's wrong, I think, though, but that's okay. Do not want to slip on ice. I don't get any jumping abilities, so there's no reason to backtrack further in Alexandria, because everything that I need to do there involves jumping higher than I can currently jump. So let's just head back to Castlevania Forest. Oh, you know, we could backtrack to the, let's go back to the clock tower. I have the key for that now. It'll be a fun game to watch speedruns of. I'm curious how long the speedrun is. Base game's about 6 hours. Seems about right. This is the guy that was like, it's dangerous to go alone, give me 1 coin. Thought I could move that block, apparently not. 37 minutes, nice. Pretty good length, I think. I am the 100-year-old man, right? Keep doing you, buddy. Can you jump on enemies in this game? I didn't see any that would let me. No, I haven't. I don't think I can down slash either. I think you take contact damage from all enemies. If we get a down slash, it might be a later ability. Oh, I thought I was gonna blow him up. My bad. Standing in the worst possible place there. Let's go take the clock tower. Exit is all the way up. Kaboom! Oh man, the explosion lasts longer than I thought it did. Alright. Cool. Still can't get up there. I need a slightly higher jump. We already went to the left and explored that little passage. Alright, Medusa heads, let's do it. Let's get this over with. Can't hit the switch with magic. Slightly higher jump. Right? There are several Metroidvanias that do that, right? Oh, this is like one block higher. I believe Battle Kid is like that. This game reminds me a lot of Battle Kid. More melee focused, a little bit less brutal, a little bit less demanding. I didn't notice if I get Belmonted by these guys or not. Or if they just do damage. You can now jump 3.3 blocks. Right. Exactly. Nice. Ooh, that spike very nearly killed me. Hey. Gonna fight death. Oh, I got an upgrade. Chainmail. I have to go to a save point to see what it does, though. Presumably it's a defense upgrade. It's still death, even though it's a owl. That's hilarious. That's funny. It's actually Storm Eagle, right? It had the little sickles, but it wasn't quite the same as Death. That was cool. Escaped, we didn't actually fight it. Or didn't actually kill it, so I have a chance to fight it later. When I get the slightly higher jump, I need to be able to make it over that and jump to the left. Oh, I didn't realize you could get stuck in that. Right on. Gotta go saves to beat that boss. Not that way, though. Okay, that was the only key that we unlocked. We don't have the museum key yet. Yo! Armor, chainmail, yeah. More defense. Sweet. Ah. Kaboom. Alright, we'll see what we can explore. I might be able to go to that Ruth building now. Take quite a bit less damage than I was before. Probably gonna have to study the VOD when we play this again. I feel like it'd be pretty easy to get lost. No, it wouldn't let me go right from the owl boss. I was thinking the same thing. There's an invisible wall there for some reason. Nice. Ouch. Keep moving. Warp point we can't use yet. I'm curious if temporary invincibility frames grant you invulnerability to spikes. I think touching spikes is instant death regardless of frames. But I'm not super sure yet. I haven't found a shop in a while. That'd be nice. This is where we got the ice cleats, right? Sweet. That's fine. Either the fireball's hitbox is slightly taller than the one block that I'm standing on, so it hits things slightly above me instead of below me. Yeah, I was taking lots of damage. I still don't have more weapon damage, so I might want to wait until I can actually kill the enemies in there without having to cast multiple fireballs on them. I feel like this game explores all of the enemy rudiments we were talking about. I'm trying to think if I've played a 2D side-scrolling game that had an enemy that really felt... Oh man, I've never seen a 2D game do that before. Probably not. It's not the fault of, you know, it's not due to lack of creativity. I just think there's only so many ways that you can manipulate enemies that's clear to a player that's playing it for the first time, you know? You can do some really obtuse shit, like La Mulana shit, but most games aren't willing to play with the player's heart like that, I feel like. Now we'll go left again. Oh, really? Just whiff? I don't know if it was because the boss was still dying. Could you look it up? Now I'm paranoid. It's possible to move to the right of the owl. I thought it was because it was actually blocked. Hey, if you're new to the stream, I'm Marstead. I'm trying to beat every awesome game ever made. I believe there's so many awesome games, it's impossible for any one person to beat all of them, but we're gonna try. It's possible to play all of them. It's job security. You can see the list of games we played so far at games.marstead.com. You can vote for the next game at vote.marstead.com. Find the chat commands to do so. We're playing Castle in the Darkness right now for Subblock, where subscribers recommend games for us to play. Probably return in the future. I'm enjoying it very much. You can't go right there. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I thought I stuck around long enough to check. I remember being surprised by it. I didn't think it was going to do that to me. We've already been left. Oh, I didn't realize the spiders came off of there. We're going right. We did not go this way. Alright, they're not so bad. Werewolf drops silver coins? Unplayable. Next you're gonna tell me I can't pet the dogs. I felt so dead on that jump. I was gonna bump my head in the ceiling, right? Fall. I saw it happen. I had the vision of the Monado. Nice. Hey, it's a frog guy. He blocks from the front. Oh, he blocks magic in general, okay. Haha, he is wart. Nice. Nice. Nobody's done it, you mean? Cool. Sorry for ruining your plans of transforming a human princess into a frog lady. This guy definitely got a fireball. Whoa, gnarly tree ant dude. Okay, the little explosion doesn't actually damage me, that's good to know. Locked by cabin key. Okay. My name is Bagu. Please rest here. Thanks, dog. A lot of the NPC dialogue is very, like, NES. It's not Englishy necessarily, but it's like, why is this even in the game? I am the 100-year-old man. Keep doing your thing, man. Is it very glitchy? 90% speedrun? Let's see if we'll get an I am error. Whoa, and that is totally a reskin piranha plant. Shameless. This is a pretty classic boss mechanic too. Spit stuff at you, spawns vines on the ground. Oh, that's cool. The things it's spitting at you are the seeds that are spawning the vines. I didn't realize that. I like the little maggot spawns that keep you from just safely waiting over here for as long as you like. Ooh, I almost died as the boss died. Okay, let's pick up the coins this time before we get animation locked. Is the kid dead forever? Or did he get spit out? Oh, kid's dead forever. That's a bummer. That was like 2 back-to-back bosses. Whoa, Cave of Serpents. This place looks like it's pulled right out of Symphony of the Night.
That's a bummer. Bum.
Poor little kid. Hey, they killed the kid. Kid hype. Good job, Castle in the Darkness. Oh, I see. That's probably the only way to get up, too. Ah, but it's already gone now. I wonder if this crab moves... I need a save point so bad. Thank God. This level's got cool arpeggios. The reason the Final Fantasy theme has arpeggios in it... Okay, it is a spike pit. Needed to check, needed to know. Is because I couldn't do chords, because there weren't enough instruments. Couldn't play multiple notes at the same time. Here we go. The crab that throws bubbles at you is a familiar monster too. I'm trying to place where he's from. It might be Mega Man. Thought so. Yay, breakable walls. Place for secrets. Keys. I like this song. Okay. Let's try going west first. Hey, it's a warp point. We still don't know how to use these though, right? thought maybe once I encountered 2, I'd be able to use it. There must be an upgrade I need to get to use them. And you've got your Metroid wall crawler enemies. I think this is trying to tell me something that I can see some gray off on the left there. Right. Hey, boomerang. Oh, that replaces my sword. I was not expecting that. Interesting. I guess there's not enough buttons for it to do anything different. I think I actually prefer the sword. I have to figure out what the damage difference is. The sword I can, like, mash really fast and get a ton of hits off. Well, I guess that one hits on the way back, too, so... Bunch of coins. It's fine. Metroid enemy. This was the way to the boomerang. Try to pop it up and then go save. Kosher kielbasa. Throwing the croissants, right? The joke people used to make about the original Zelda, the NES. The boomerang looked like a croissant. Oh shit, I almost died. Oh, now I did die. Womp womp. Yeah, but I'd rather have the fireball and then a super fast melee weapon, so I think I'll take the boomerang. I might save it for if there's a boss fight that really demands it. I see, the shield guy just mirrors my jumps. I don't think he has an attack. Good to know. Get my croissant back. Let's not equip it though. It's possible, yeah. The fact that I can't change it out in combat tells me that it's probably never going to be mandatory. I guess there are usually save points right before boss fights, so it might be. I think we gotta don't think just go to this room here. Whew. Whew, hot fingers. Oh, power bracelet, you're right. My bad. The original Zelda definitely looked like a croissant. It is slightly more damage than the sword. We'll try it for a while. I might change my mind later. We're pretty close to the stopping point. I don't think we'll get to another save point, but I'll see how far we can get. I'll have to watch this VOD next time so I don't get too badly turned around. It does one-shot the bats, which is nice. They're hard to hit. I could potentially hit the enemy twice, depending on the timing when you throw it, on the way over and the way back. Whew! I was asking for that one. I didn't re-equip the thing. I think it just has a cooldown, so you can't spam save. Yeah, collecting items is nice. I haven't had too many times where items have been out of my grasp. I just really like the weapons with a super low cooldown. I'm all about DPS over utility in those sorts of cases. Just screw it. Just keep going. I think those guys charge when you start charging your magic. That's kind of neat. That's perfect timing. Let's see what's on the other side of this door, and then switch to our last game for subblock today. Yeah, that's not happening. We can't swim yet. Alright, keep in mind that that exists. Thanks, folks. We'll be back in a few minutes with The Longest Journey. I'll let you guys know what's coming up next week as well. As the first 3 games have all had a lot in common, Longest Journey is pretty different, so...